We've got light-skinned individuals. Remember, that target is hard. It's seeking melanin in a hair bulb. It's hard to find when you have gray hair or blonde hair. Not much melanin. Or conversely, you have a dark-skinned individual. There's melanin everywhere. Now it's a little dangerous because the target's so readily available, we can burn everything, right? And so this is where InMode took the gold standard wavelength, the 810 diode, and then they watered it down or they ramped it up depending on the patient sitting in front of you. So here's what I mean by that. For the light-skinned individuals, we added a 755 wavelength, which is more aggressive. So it seeks that pigment even better, even more. For dark-skinned individuals, we have the opposite problem. So much pigment everywhere. So we blended it with a less aggressive wavelength, the 1064, making it more safe for those darker skinned individuals. And so that's called a fusion light, fusion dark. You could guess which one does what. But these now that I have these are uniquely designed for maximal efficiency and ding, 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 safety in these patients that are on the ends of our Fitzpatrick scale. So this is some raw data, similar way we set this up. Look at this, 84% reduction in lighter skin type like 1s and 2s with 3 treatments at 6 months. And then your dark skin individuals, 5s and 6s, 81%. 3 treatments, 6 months. Well, let me go back here. Okay, this is important. For those of you, I started my hair with a device that was considered gold standard back in the day. It's a very good device. It's just really slow, like really slow, painfully slow. And it was like you would get a pulse, it would suck the tissue up into the handpiece, you'd get a pulse, and then you'd have to move down, overlap 50%, step on it, a pulse. It's like to do a male back or circumferential leg, I'm talking you're like spending, felt like an hour. I didn't thankfully have to do it, but it seriously like felt like forever. You're shaking your head like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You can't handle it? Okay, then watch this. So because of the power that these devices possess, we can lay that out safely over a quick amount of time in what's called glide mode, okay? So this is glide mode on a lighter skin individual. On a lighter skin individual, we can lay down more power per unit time than on a darker skin individual. That just makes sense. So in a lighter skin individual, we get 5 pulses per second. This is what this looks like. So think about your male back, your circumferential leg, and think about doing it in this speed. So this is, all of these possess glide mode, but this is the glide mode. So that male back, that circumferential thigh, that large surface area, I mean minutes to get it done. Super quick. Here is what 3 pulses per second looks like on
definitely a skin type, a light skin type 6 patient. We've shaved the
so you don't get as many pulses per second in darker skin individuals because you can't lay down that much power safely that quickly. So you get 3 pulses per second.
And we'll wait 4 or 5 minutes. We look for peripheral edema and erythema. There should be a modest snappy feeling, but no pain. When you got those good endpoints, and you're ready to go. Slide and glide.
So still fairly efficient.
Glide. We're moving about 1 centimeter per second. And we're pre-cooling, parallel cooling, and
so this is just before and afters. Again, not super exciting in the interest of time. I'm going to blast through those, but your type 6s are actually, to me, a very powerful representation because there's not very many companies that could show before and afters with total or near total hair resolution in a 6, right? It's difficult and challenging because you can burn 4s, 5s, and 6s up. So yeah, so you have this opportunity to take these 6s and 5s is awesome. And you have it all on an Optimus that does a ton of other things. That's the point. The Optimus has a ton of other opportunities. So you don't have to go all in on a one-trick pony. You just get this as part of the Optimus.